Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. Continuing my Week 15 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game will be played in Tampa, who comes in with a record of 4-9. The 49ers, 9-4, off their big win last week against the Seahawks. They still sit in the second wild card spot in the NFC, tied record-wise with Carolina, but Carolina has the tiebreaker over San Francisco, beating them head-to-head this season. And San Francisco, look, the rest of the season for them is one about getting into the playoffs. I know we all think of San Francisco as a playoff team. They're only one game ahead of Arizona. I expect San Francisco to make the playoffs. I think you saw two of the three best teams in the entire NFL playing on that field last week in San Francisco. But other than first of all, clinching that playoff spot and securing a berth, what else has to be on San Francisco's mind is developing consistency on the offensive side of the ball heading into the playoffs. I think they're finally in a position where they can do that because of the fact they got Crabtree back, they have Bolden in the fold, and of course Vernon Davis to go along with the steady presence of that physical run game. How does that physical run game match up with the Tampa Bay defense that stopped the Buffalo running game in its tracks last week? A Buffalo running attack that was number 2 in the league coming into that game last week running the football. How does that match? I'm interested to see that matchup this week play out. Another matchup I'm interested in seeing is the reverse of that. The Tampa Bay running attack versus the 49ers stout rush defense. I'm interested to see that because Mike Glennon has had his 2 worst games as a starter the last 2 weeks, okay, versus Carolina and also last week versus Buffalo. The game against Carolina worries me because I think San Francisco is that same kind of attacking defense that's not going to and is also not going to let Tampa Bay run the ball. Glennon sitting back there with the improved pass rush of San Francisco since they've gotten Aldon Smith back more specifically. Glennon back there forced to throw. How is he able to really deal with that and deal with it on a regular basis? I think that's going to be a major thing, major part of how this game turns out. If Glennon has time, I think you can beat San Francisco's secondary deep. I just don't think he's going to have the time, and I think Vic Fangio is going to be able to game plan for the fact that I don't see Tampa gaining much traction from a running game standpoint in this one. In this one for Tampa to win, they're going to have to turn Colin Kaepernick over. And to be honest, I don't think Kaepernick's going to be in situations where he needs to go and win the game for San Francisco in this particular one. I think they control the game on the ground, take the pass plays when they're there, obviously to their version of their big 3 receivers, right? Bolden, Crabtree, and Davis. I think in this one the Tampa defense plays better than we think, but I do not think they have enough from an offensive standpoint to keep up with this 49ers defense. I expect the pass rush of San Francisco to be absolutely huge in this game as that pass rush rounds into form heading into the playoffs as well. Watch that down the stretch for San Francisco. Consistency in the passing game from an offensive standpoint, and their pass rush improving as 2 big areas they need going full throttle as they head into the playoffs. But I like San Francisco in this one, -5.5 on the road in Tampa. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter. I preview every game every week. I always talk the NFL draft. So subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.